Gifford Pinchot was a significant American conservationist of the late 1800s and early 1900s. Pinchot was born in northern Connecticut in 1865 and spent much of his youth exploring the woods, where his love of nature and forests developed. No universities in the United States had degree programs in forestry at the time, so Pinchot traveled to France and enrolled in their National School of Forestry after graduating from Yale in 1889. He remained there for 13 months before returning to the United States. Pinchot first received notoriety in the early 1890s when he became the head of forestry at the Biltmore Estate in western North Carolina, where he created the first large-scale forest management plan to be implemented in the country. In 1898, Pinchot became the chief of the Division of Forestry, which was included within the Department of Agriculture. He set about growing, streamlining, and professionalizing it. The organization developed a reputation for pride in their work and a positive culture. Pinchot also made substantial outreach efforts to the public and policymakers by setting up an agency press bureau. One of Pinchot's greatest successes in this role came in 1905, when all national forests were transferred from the Department of the Interior to the Division of Forestry, which was renamed to the United States Forest Service. Pinchot became the first United States Chief Forester. During his tenure as head of the organization, Pinchot helped to increase the number of national forests from 32 to 149. Additionally, the total area contained within United States forest reserves rose from 56 million to 145 million acres between 1905 and 1910. Pinchot did not wholly share the same view as other conservationists, like John Muir, who valued natural resources for their aesthetic or spiritual importance. While Pinchot was somewhat sympathetic to these arguments, he believed that conservation and sustainable resource management was important for economic and social stability. America's natural resources, like lumber and wild game, were being recklessly exploited at the time. Pinchot argued that they should be actively managed to ensure that they would be available for future use. Similarly, he believed in limited commercial development of America's natural resources. Some naturalists argued that they should remain untouched, but Pinchot contended that businesses focused on resource extraction could operate in a limited manner and were necessary for the growing nation to meet its needs. However, he opposed large-scale development of significant tracts of wilderness lands. Pinchot found an ally in the president at the time, Theodore Roosevelt, who also believed in the ideal of conservation not only for its aesthetic but also commercial value. One of the most significant achievements resulting from their joint efforts was the creation of the Midnight Forests. A bill would take effect on March 4, 1907, limiting the ability to enact new forest preserves. On March 1st and 2nd, Roosevelt used executive powers to create 16 million new acres of them, with Pinchot advising him on which ones should be formed or enlarged. Pinchot was removed from his role as the head of the Forest Service in 1910 when he made substantial efforts to stop the new Secretary of the Interior in President Taft's administration from allowing environmentally damaging mining in Alaska. His career in public service continued when he won 2 terms as the governor of Pennsylvania from 1923 to 1927 and 1931 to 1935. Pinchot's legacy lives on in several forms. A national forest in southern Washington and a state park in Pennsylvania both bear his name. Additionally, he and his family members were instrumental in creating the first American educational opportunities for foresters. His parents donated the funding to create a 2-year postgraduate program focused on American-specific forestry education at Yale. It was founded in 1900 and is now known as the Yale School of the Environment. The school educated several of the future chiefs of the Forest Service and many other important forestry and conservation professionals over the next few decades. That same year, he also helped to found the Society of American Foresters, one of the leading professional organizations for foresters in the United States.